What up, Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And for today, we're gonna keep it kind of light and fun. So we're gonna have a Jasmy video. We're gonna look at the price of Jasmy. I just bought in about $40 worth, but I'm gonna dollar cost average into it. I think I'm gonna buy more and more over the time. We're not just gonna talk about Jasmy. That's just gonna be the main focus of our video. I want to talk a little bit about TRX. We haven't talked about TRX on the channel. Whoops. In a little while. So we want to make sure that we have our TRX covered. I kind of am excited to see where it's at because I haven't looked at it for a few days. So Jay Thacker is our 2 ICP winner. He won our Twitter contest. So we actually have another contest over there, which is for our 1,500 followers over there. Now, this is coming out of my own pocket. This contest. So I'm going to give you 3 ICP out of my own pocket, which is half of what I won from the contest. And then I'm also going to give away 2 IC birds, which is also what I won in the contest. And so go over there and let's show you right here. There it is at Bitcoin Renegade with a 3 instead of the first E in the Renegade. Talk and our website. We'll also post contests up there if I can figure it easily so that I can update it there and then take it down. So I think we'll be able to do that. Looks like I froze. Darn it. Okay. We're still good to go. It's just really bad connection. That sucks. I was worried about this too. Well, we're going to do what we have here. I was going to do a live on my phone just because I was worried about internet. It's been working the last few nights. So like, hey, one more night, it should be good. I still have the same data. So hopefully, yeah, I'm getting froze all over the place. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Any ideas on how I can give myself a stronger signal? Let me think. I'm just gonna put it as close as possible here. All right, let's get into some stuff. Hopefully, when we start looking just at Jasmy um page, then we will better do is put you on the screen here like that. There we go. And then we're not doing internet computer. That's just where my default lies now instead of what was it, polymath? Jasmy. Oh, there is for Jasmy. Don't lie. What? Oh, Jasmy coin. Okay. Here we go. This is our Jasmy. And I just bought $40 worth and it's down 6%, but I think, it's down 8%. I think it's right around where I bought it at. So I'm really not that down. I might pick up a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, I think it's a little lower than what I bought it at because I bought it at 118 or something or 116. So I think I bought it at a little bit higher than where it is now, but that's normal. That's why I dollar cost average. And I don't just, put it all in at one time. So now I want to kind of look at this chart a little bit and, kind of see where we lie in this chart. So I don't want the USDT. Let's get rid of that first. I mean, it's okay. We can use it. It's pretty close and it's almost as accurate. But I just like to use the USD because this is the actual currency that I'm trading. So, I'm not trading Jasmy USDT. I'm trading Jasmy USD, which they're pretty much the same thing, just a lot of different volume. There's a lot more volume in Jasmy USD, which I think Jasmy in total counts USD and USDT in the total volume, but we don't need to get too much into that. But I'd rather use USD just because that's the ticker that I trade. So As you see, we did have this breakout right here, which is really weird because see how we broke up, closed below it, tested it here, got rejected, broke down below it right here, went up and tested it here, went up and got rejected by it here, and then went up and broke out of it right here with volume. So that falling wedge that we had on Jasmy, it really ended in quite the bearish way. Well, I shouldn't say bearish way. It ended in a bear market way in a bullish close because it did. This is why I'm saying in a bear market way because we didn't just go and break above it and keep going up, right? We broke above it and then got rejected, closed below it, like I said there, and then we had the fight here and then closed down below it and then went up to touch it, got rejected, and then broke above it, right? So that's what I'm saying. It was a bullish conclusion of a bearish breakout. It was a bearish breakout to the bullish side, right? What I'm saying is it wasn't a very big breakout compared to what it could be because of us being in a overall downtrend and a bear market. If this would have been a bull market, this probably would have broke out a little bit higher, still got rejected, but then I think it would have broke out right here. But since we're in a bear market-esque, this is a good news thing. We broke out. We established this as a support level now, and we are sitting right there, and we have this area as support. So, and it looks like we're gonna go down and touch it. If you look at what today, where we sit today, our open is 1.2 cents, 12.12, and we are at right now 11.45. So that is definitely down, but we aren't really going to have to worry until we get to about 11.01. So we still have like about 35, let's see, 1, 10, 100, 35 thousandth of, a cent to lose in order to even touch that resistance or support line. So that breaking is very unlikely because even if it does go down a little bit further, we have some nice area of support going down, even all the way back. See this? We went all the way down, touched this area that we're at right now. See that? And then had a massive blast off right here. And now we're at this area again. And historically, when we touch this area, it's time for a blast off. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm going to keep an eye out for a nice breakout, especially this falling wedge. It broke out really, really beautifully. You could say like that. It's not a symmetrical triangle; it's a falling wedge. So I would actually even bring that back some. Bring that back some, like that. There you go. And it was a nice breakout with confirmed volume, but then it just fizzled out from there and went sideways. And this is what I'm expecting with internet computer as well. Now that we had a nice breakout and then it got rejected back down, I think we're just going to kind of go sideways some more. Now, if we zoom in and actually look at, the lower time frames, see, I don't even always have to get the EMAs out because you can actually make your own EMAs. If you just make a level of support and then follow it back, and you can see how many times a certain level, touches a certain area, right? And you can establish levels of support and resistance that way. If you want to you could completely come and look at the charts and make new evaluations for yourself. And if they work and if they're successful, then you can actually make them a thing. But you'd have to prove it to like a lot of people probably. And why reinvent the wheel, right? So I'm not going to try to reinvent stuff, but if I see something that isn't in the chart that people know about, I'm still going to say something about it, like the Bitcoin hammer. And we haven't seen the Bitcoin hammer come out as much, which is just basically Bitcoin using its Bitcoin dominance to smash down the altcoins by dumping, pumping, dumping. And we're lucky that that hasn't been happening as much. Why? I think Bitcoin doesn't, the market isn't big enough now for Bitcoin to do that. The overall market cap was like somewhere like 3 trillion. And so Bitcoin could really manipulate a lot of those cryptos down. And now it's at an area where Bitcoin doesn't affect altcoins as much because altcoins don't hold as much of the market anymore, and neither does Bitcoin. So as both of those dwindle, so does the Bitcoin dominance and how it can affect massively smashing down the price of the altcoins. But you can see this falling wedge breakout a lot better on the 4 hour, and that's why I like it. As you see, it follows this trend all the way down to this breakout area right here with a lot of volume. And this is what we look for, a confirmed breakout is a lot of volume. But the thing is, it didn't break out very far. It just kind of went up to the top of this wedge right here. Like it was just a falling wedge from right here to right here and right here to right there. And technically, that's what broke out is this falling wedge from here to there and there to there. So the overall falling wedge broke out too, but it didn't get any momentum from it at all. So I don't know what happened with that. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It didn't work because we're in a bear market. And things break out different in a bear market. From what I've studied before, breakouts and breakdowns are less big to the upside and bigger to the downside in a bear market. And if you're in a bull market, there's bigger moves to the upside until you get to an area of a new all-time high or a new all-time low. Then things can differ. But okay, now back to Jasmy. I want to get in and actually get these moving averages so you can see if we are above any of them or if we're just back below everything again, which is going to suck if we are. 1.2 is the 9, and I'm thinking that we are going to be above at least the 21 still or somewhere close. Oh, it's at 12. Okay. Well, looks like I'm not right on that one. Yeah, it's all up at 12. Wow. I'd even like to see the 100 now. Whoops. 12. Yeah, now the 200. Okay. Well, 13. So yeah, we're way below all the moving averages. So all of the resistance is above us now. So we don't have a lot of support except previous levels, which you see this is a massive level of support. But we've been staying kind of within this area, so that means we've been moving more to the upside than the downside, because that moving average is right, at 12. And when we just had that breakdown, we just broke out of that kind of trend that we were in, moving up and down. And we just had a bigger candle to the downside. So this is probably be a good purchase time. When we just had a dump like this, is down 7%. We're already at a really low price. Now, I wouldn't go throw the whole grand piano in there, but if you like had a baby grand or something, no, I don't know. But I would dollar cost average. That's what I mean. Like I put $40 in, I'd probably put another like 60 or 70 in right now. As the price is going down, I would put a little bit more in. And then if it goes back up, then I put a little less. I might only put 40 or 20 next time, you know? And that's how you keep doing it. And that's how you conquer these levels. And you're like, okay, I'm established here at a pretty good level. And then when it pumps, you're like, okay, cool. I'm already established at that lower level. Now, if I want to, I can dollar cost average in, or I can just wait and buy the next dip, or ride this up. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. Not the best time in crypto to just buy for short term, but these are good accumulation prices for the long term, especially with Jasmy. I mean, come on. Now let's look at the Bollinger. These moving averages aren't going to help us a lot on dumps, but they're more going to tell us where our resistance levels are, which is going to be at 12, definitely. 13. We have a big box area of resistance on Jasmy between 12 and 14. There's going to be a lot of different resistance there. And if we can even get above, 14, then we can possibly even go up and just touch 16. But I'd like to see, like another falling wedge breakout or an inverse head and shoulders or an ascending triangle, just something that tells me that there's either going to be a continuation or something. Right now, it's looking pretty bearish. I'm not going to lie, but these are always the good times to purchase crypto. I'm not telling you to go out and buy this, not financial advice, but this is when I would buy my crypto, is when it's going down like this. Now let's look at the Bollinger and see where we sit in that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be somewhere at the bottom. Yeah, and it's short squeeze too right here. We're starting to open up, and when we pushed up to here, we got really kind of blindsided right here. You can see it really shouldn't have squeezed in as much like that. Except why it did that is because the prices started. The bulls and the bears were fighting over these prices. When you have bigger price swings, the more the Bollinger opens up. When you have more consolidation and holding at one level, you see how it kind of shrinks like that and goes to a smaller area because the price isn't moving from a big area like this to a big area like this. It's just kind of staying in this sideways range. The reason we stayed big for so long is because of this move right here. Then it kind of corrected itself to a smaller gap right here. Now we're pushing, it's going to open to the downside. It looks like we're at a bottom here on the Bollinger on the 4 hour. So it looks like we're at least going to be going up just a little bit from here. I mean, we could push this down even further, but it looks like we have some support right here. Definitely. So now, this is what I was talking about. It could push it down a little further. See how that went down and pushed through, and then had another one right there. If this goes to the downside, it's still going to open up, and eventually it'll go back up and be above that thing, even if we continue to go down a little bit. It could open it up wider, but I would like to see it push to the upside and keep this opening up and actually go to the top of the wedge, which would be almost 1.3 cents, and but there's no reason to think that's going to happen. We have a lot of resistance before we get up there. That is just me being like, okay, if it goes from the bottom to the top, that's what it'll do. But I mean, there's so much resistance in that area, and as you see, we've been kind of consolidating sideways for a little while for the last few hours until we have this big hour breakdown. But then it looks like people are buying the dip. Looks like there's some pretty smart Jasmy people out there. They're like, okay, it's dipping. I'm definitely buying this dip. It's starting to open up. We can go up and maybe even touch this median price right here, which is going to be somewhere at 12 cents. Yeah, 12.15, which is basically a hundredth above where we're at right now. So if we go up 1/100th of a penny, then we'll hit that mark. But um, yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens there. Now, head and shoulders, I'm not really getting a head and shoulder esque pattern. Now, if there would have been another one of these right here, maybe that was some kind of a head and shoulder. Not really though. It did kind of give us a reason why we'd break down, but yeah, no, I'm not seeing nothing. Sometimes I just ramble on, but oh, dude, just forfeits back, man. I swear today, I was like, man, I haven't seen just forfeit in a while. And our channel's doing pretty good. If you look, things are good. So thank you so much, man. That is so awesome. You just made my day. And I got $40 worth of Jasmy, dude, with your super chat. So thank you so much. I'm in the Jasmy army now. And I'm going to continue to buy too. I'll put that $10 in probably, and then whatever else. But awesome, 2 months of a member, and guess what? No, I don't know what. I am definitely going to make more members only videos, even if it's just like a quick price update on Solana, Mina, and Jasmy. It's going to be something like that, and I'll put that out within the next week or so. That way, if people do get membership, they aren't like, oh, well, there's like nothing here. I'll have at least a couple videos for you. I'll probably do like one every other week for those so that I can keep videos coming out for our members. I want to bring value. So if I'm not bringing value, then I understand. But yeah, let's look at I want to look at the 15-minute because I know it looks bearish right here. But I want to see where we're heading at, just like I thought. Look how much this Bollinger opened up. And we got rejected by the middle ground price right there. And this is normally a level that tells us if we're bullish or bearish. And since we're way below this, it definitely says we're bearish. But this candle right here says that we have made a turnaround from the bottom. And both of these actually are saying there should be a pump to the upside coming. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen. But I want to call that. I almost want to call this that it's going to, At least move up a little bit. At least maybe back to 12, or 1180 even. Um, Now let's get some EMAs out on this one because this is kind of going to be our immediate price movement. So 11.7, we're at 11.4. Okay, I want to look at the 21 as well. And I'm doing more in-depth TA, but we're also going to look at a couple other different cryptos as well too. So, and 11.8. So look at this area and how they're kind of curved down like that. So when these areas curve down like that, we can have a nice pump to the upside and reversal. But it looks like on the 15-minute, we just are running into another red candle right at the bottom of the Bollinger. Isn't that funny that we find a rejection point at the bottom of the Bollinger, which is at 11:45? Well, we broke. I mean, to that it says we broke above it. Oh no, right here. Look at that. We are running into resistance right here, 11:45 at the Bollinger right now because the Bollinger bottom is at 11:45.805 and we are at 11:45.000. So we're right below it. And it looks like it's acting as some kind of a resistance, even though we broke down to the bottom side of it. I didn't know that was possible. So we just learned something new today that the bottom, if you break below it, it actually can act as resistance. So I wonder if we break above it on the top and we're going, does that act as support? If you get above it, I'm writing that down because that's a little bit interesting to me. So in the Bollinger, bottom level break down, bottom acts as resistance if you break below. Bottom of Foley. Let's just put that so I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about now, but like in the future, I want to know my bottom of Foley acts as resistance if you break below it. And then that would be the same if the top. And then let's see if it works in reversal. I'll put reversal question mark or top other way. I want to really know what I'm talking about here. All right. So there we go. Those are just some good tips that you can learn, on here. And it looks like we are below that now. We have got rejected. It does look like that acted as some sort of a resistance, because look, now it has pushed us down. And even when we broke up to the bottom of it here, we got rejected. The high was 11:55. But I think when we went back up, it was somewhere around, that area where we got rejected. So now I want to see us get back above that level. It shouldn't, even if it is a level of resistance, it shouldn't be a very big level of resistance. So we've already made attempts to break it a couple times. So I think this next attempt is going to break it. I really see a reversal coming, even though it doesn't look like it right here. This looks like a recovery area that we're going to see, at least back up to the 12 area. Now, I do want to go and look at the 5-minute just to kind of see if I can speed up the process a little bit of what I think is gonna happen. See, this is what I was thinking, that it was gonna start to curve like that, and then are we at an area where this one can actually flip? Can we flip this area that way? If so, this will continue to go down, which is going to be good. That would be a golden cross, but then it would kind of go up like that and follow it, right? So that would be good news if we can get these higher time frames and the median and the Bollinger to go down, and we get above those levels with the price as well. So I like this. I like the way it looks. but there's no definite guarantees that that's going to happen at all. That's all just speculation. I want to let you know that I'm just speculating what could happen with the way things are now. That's why I will give you some price targets that we can look at, so that you have kind of an area that we know where we can break out if we do. And then I'm going to look at the chat because I know I've been missing it a little bit. So, um, thank you guys, everybody who showed up tonight. Justin, put your phone near the window. Okay. So I'll put it on the window side. That's my phone guy. I definitely listen to what he says. All right. My phone is near the window. For one clarification yesterday, by the time the session was ending unexpectedly, it was ended. Can you please answer this if possible today? When ICP listed with last week that it showed a little about the actual price of ICP before listing with the exchange. ICP was $2 to $7 before listing with the exchange. The price is drastically okay. Due to this reason, the price is coming down and down every week. I can't speak if that's what's going to happen, that it's going to go down. Let's go answer this question real quick, then we'll come back to the Jasmy thing. So he says, let me even get this out here so that everybody can follow along. He was talking about ICP being listed, and basically, I'll go over a quick review of that. He said, I'm asking for clarification about something. Wasn't able to do it yesterday. Will you answer today? When ICP was listed on exchanges, it was for around whatever. He says 700. I think it was somewhere between 3 and 700. It just pushed all the way up when it got there. So he says 700 in May 2021. I read an article, he said, that showed the actual price of ICP before the exchange. And what he's talking about is the initial coin offering, which was for original investors. Some would even say they got it for 3 cents, like cents. And some of them got it from $2 to $7. So it isn't just one thing or one price. But what you're talking about there, and I'm just going to make a giant overview of that so we can get back to Jasmy, but I do want to answer this question. I want to let you know that it was manipulated, and I want you to go watch Six Fig Stock Traders channel, please. A certain video over there about, he was talking about the Binance futures trading is the real reason that the price of ICP was shorted so bad when it was, because it happened at the perfect time. Bitcoin was already, dumping, having its summer dump, while ICP was being listed on exchanges and doing really well. The shorts market and the futures trading really jacked that up. But if you want more clarification about that, go watch that video. It brings value to the community. It's Six Big Stock Trader. And he said silly accusations of a rug pull. That's what it's called. Silly accusations of a rug pull. Go over there, check that video out. That is the real reason that venture capitalists, a lot of people hating on ICP, that really drove the price down. And the bear market, when it came in and everything that happened, it was just a perfect storm, and they knew it, and so they used it. But cool thing, and spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this, leave now. It is delisted from Binance, which means Binance futures, which means they can no longer short ICP. So if we have a run up to $700 again, they aren't going to be able to do the same thing and try to squash the price. So if that ever happens again, we're covered. All right. I'm glad you asked that question, and thank you for that. For sure. So just forfeit, my guy. Oh, wow. He gave me $10 again, dude. I want to let you know, man, even if you're not here, if you're watching this later, or you are here, bro, your super chats like hit at the perfect time. It was right in between my transition period. So I really thank you for that. And I hope I bring value. And I don't want anybody to, donate to the channel or super chat or whatever if they don't get value, because that's what I'm bringing. Even if you don't agree with me, if you think I bring value to people, that's why I would do that. So thank you. Holla if you like those dollars, Jasmy Bull. And I am a Jasmy Bull all the way. And I think we're at a level that would be, considered for a reversal point. Not guaranteed, but I'm going to watch this. And if we have a breakout, I'm going to do like a short video. And then been on vacation during this. That's the perfect time to take a bit vacation. and don't even look at the phone. I'm serious. Like, if I could just get away from my phone during periods like that, it's always great because then I come back and, things are either sideways still or they recovered. Normally it isn't like, oh, it just kept going down, at this point. So, what's up, Jay? I still don't know if you are Jay Gower from our original team because, or if you're a different Jay. So let me know on Telegram if you are that Jay. Hit me up over there. So thanks. I will check the links which you have answered. I'm a big fan of ICP and know its future. I'm a long-term investor and keeps bringing dollar cost average down in every fall. So that is cool. Now I want to talk about the prices for Jasmy because that's where we left off. I just wanted to give you guys your voice real quick because that's what I want to do, and sometimes I forget to do that, and I apologize. So anyway, let's go right back to this. I want to look at some price targets. And if we're going to do that, we aren't going to look at the 5 minutes. We're actually going to look at the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly. And these are the ones that I'm really going to have some price targets for. And if you look at here, I'm looking at about 12 cents. Not 12 cents, I'm sorry. 1.2 cents. It's so hard to talk about things at this level. But yeah, 1.2 cents. That is a definite area that I'm going to be looking to as a massive area of resistance now that we broke down below it. Because when you break a support level, so what are these support levels right here? 118 and 120. Well, we just broke below those right now. So what does that mean? Well, now they are our resistance. Those support levels that kept us above them, when we break below them, now they act as resistance. So if we go back up, those are the levels we have to overcome in order to keep moving to the future. So that is definitely my first price target for Jasmy right now is 0.012. If we can even make it that far, 0.18, right? All right, now let's look at the 50. And that's all I'm going to no, let's do the 100 too. And then that's all I'm going to look at. I mean, we could look at the 200, but yeah, right there, 12. That is the big area of resistance on the 1 hour is 12. Now, let's go to the 4 hour. Actually, before we do that, let me look at the bottom level of what it could be. So if it goes up, I say 12. If it goes down, I don't see it going down more than 1101. So this is the area that I think it could go good down to if we do have a breakdown. 1101. And I'm going to put that right here next to my, so 1101, 0101. All right. Now, and it's going down too. All right. Now let's move to the 4 hour. And I want to see where these price levels are going to be at here as well. Yeah, 12. We're looking between 12, 012 and 0125 is going to be a massive level of resistance. So I would be buying anything under 025, honestly. 0125. 0125. Anything under that seems like a really good price target right now, even going back all the way, before that pump. If you bought anything under here, which is anything under 021, 012, I mean, you'd be good. So now if we do somehow make it to the top of the Bollinger, we're going to be looking at 0125 on the 4 hour, and then we can even look at the daily. I mean, yeah, and we're not going to touch any of those. So we're looking like 012 or 0101. Those are going to be my price targets for Jasmy. I actually think we're going to stay between those two levels. And I will be looking for a breakout. But as you see, it's been the Bulls and the Bears fighting. And it looks like the Bears. So this is one bit of information that makes me think we might actually go down to this level, the 101, because we were just having the Bulls and the Bears, really fight for the last. These are the dailies. So remember, Internet Computer was 8 red candles in a row. Well, this one, the Bulls and the Bears have been fighting. Let's zoom in. But the Bulls have been winning most of the time. As you see, the Bulls won, the Bulls won, the Bulls won, the Bears won, the Bulls won. But as you see, they're really close. every single time really close. Well, are we at the same thing here? Are we going to pump all the way back up here and maybe go above and then close below? Is that the trend, but on a downward trend now? Because look, we were going upward, upward, and then we hit a plateau. So what is going to happen? Are we going to go, go a little bit sideways, have just another one of these little ones with a wick to the down and the upside, just a little bit lower than this one? So this one opened at 12.11 and it closed at 12.14. Now is this one going to open at 12.12 and close somewhere around 12.10 and just go down just a little bit? That would be funny. It looks like that's what's going to happen. But who knows? It could be a big candle change right now. But those are the two things I think could happen. It either goes back up and we kind of get rejected by this median line, or this is a good breakdown candle and it will start a downward trend. So we'll have to figure that out for sure. So thank you very much for everything. All right. I'm out. See y'all. Keep them vids coming short and sweet. Yep. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to keep moving. That is one thing why I need to keep looking at the chat and going back. That way I keep the videos pumping and moving. That's a very, very good idea. I need to write that down too. Sorry, I'm going to start writing things down because if I don't, I forget. So keep video moving. All right, cool. I love my subscribers. They always give me some good ideas. So thank you guys. Hopefully we'll have a blog coming out, which is going to be a written blog about everything internet computer. And one of our basically Bitcoin Renegade members is going to be writing that blog. So keep up to date on that. Again, our price target for Jasmy, if it goes up to the top, we're looking at 0.0125 at the very top. That's where a big resistance. If we go down, it looks like it's going to go to 0.101 at the lowest. And it looks like we have some serious support at that level. So we don't have some big news, but this is a good accumulation time for Jasmy. That being said, I do want to just go take a quick look at Solana and Mina real quick. We're going to just look at those two before we end the segment, because I did want to talk about these two, just because I am going to be holding Solana again, and I am holding Mina. So 39. Oh, this might be a good time to buy. Now, not that I can really afford it right this second. I'm going to have to figure out some crypto, but I'll figure it out. Maybe. All right. I'm definitely not trading my ICP for Solana ever. That will never happen. And I don't recommend people trading, good crypto for another crypto thinking it's going to be better, because that's a good way to get sellers or buyers remorse. Now, the thing is, for Solana, it looks like we have a falling wedge breakout right here. If we follow, the bigger trends, if you look at that, if you follow this downward trend, that downward trend, and then this, it breaks out right here with some volume. But I would say that this is the real resistance right here. And if that's the case, we haven't broke out yet, which is a good thing. The overall falling wedge has not been broken out yet. The crazy part about this kind of falling wedge is we have two areas of interest with it. We have this area, which is the falling, almost channel type deal, where it stays in this parallel pattern for quite some time. Or we have this shorter, we have this shorter price movement from here over to here, which is still going to be somewhat of a falling wedge. But it would probably go from right here. See that? Now we have a falling wedge pattern this way. So these are the kind of things that I would be looking at. See, that looks like it breaks out right there if we have it on this one. Whoa, what is that? Why is it right there? Hold on. Okay. So yeah, that would be the breakout right there. And It did. What did it go to? It went down to about 35 and it closed at 38. And when it broke out here, it went from a low of 38 to a high of 44. And it went from 44 down to or 42, it opened at down to 39, and that's where we sit right now. So these are good accumulation levels. Every time you hit the bottom of these, levels, as long as it isn't like at a big angle, like going way down, since it's that kind of a sideways angle, these are good accumulation periods. And this is why I like to accumulate at these levels. The only thing is, if it hits resistance so many times, it can end up with a breakout to the downside. So that's the same thing that can happen with Jasmy. I don't see crypto going down much further than we are already. We might stay in this, just keep going up and down at these levels for a long time, for the next year or so. So that's why I'm saying accumulation is the name of the game, even if you're only putting a little bit of money in the market each time. Now, I want to go look at Mina. I'm not going to do any in depth analysis on these like I did Jasmy today, but I want to just kind of keep this going. Mina. It doesn't have Mina on here? Me. No. Okay, well, let's go somewhere else then. Mina crypto chart. Yeah, what the heck? Why didn't that was so weird? I know they have Mina on there. What is going on? But it's only down 3% today. And I'm liking this crypto. I just bought like a little, or didn't even buy it. I think, yeah, Coinbase Earn gave it to me. I didn't even buy it. It was given to me. That's funny. And I think I'm going to buy more of it now. I don't want to buy USDT, but I do want to buy Mina USD. Just Forfeit has pretty good eye for crypto. I don't even know if he holds this anymore, but I want to. I like the project. I think it's a really cool idea, and it's just a good earner. It makes money, so that's the whole deal. Are you making money? And yeah, not right now because nobody's making money right now except shorting the market. But um, yeah, this looks like another good accumulation period. As you see right here, this level where we are sitting right now is kind of lower than the bottom here, but we have been kind of gradually going down a little bit, which means I think there's a reversal coming for Mina sometime soon. We had a lot of volume. Everything we didn't go up very much in value, even though we had like a lot of volume in coming in. That's because there's not a lot of people using Mina right now. So when the money comes back into the market, and that's something low volume, I'm gonna put for Mina. It's been having, and these are the kind of things you have to take into consideration if you're gonna buy more of a crypto. Low volume, and that is not good. So if we can get that volume up, I might want to purchase more. But that is also a good time to get in when the volume's low because the next time there's a big amount of volume, it could pump to the upside. So that could be a bad thing. If it's an overall long-term thing, then it's bad because you don't have volume. People aren't using it. But the thing is, this looks like just short-term volume, that's way down. So yeah, I think that's cool. Mina is a good crypto. I think I'm in a dollar cost average, and I'm not putting more than like 20 or 40 bucks in each trade on the market right now because it's not smart to do that. Because if you're like, imagine you put $100 in and it goes way down, or you put $20 in and you don't care where it goes, and then you put another $20 in when you think it's down again. And then you keep doing that over and over. Every time you think the market, every time you see a big red candle come and you're like, okay, and then you might see a green one come and start to go back up. That reversal point is the time to do it. It's not guaranteed because guess what? That reversal point could go up like this and then right back down. There's no 100% guarantee that you're going to buy and it's not going to go right down afterwards, even if it's pumping right when you're buying it. So that's why you dollar cost average. That way you don't care. Okay, go up a little bit, go down a little bit, stay in kind of in this area. As long as we stay in that area, I'm dollar cost averaging. And if it breaks out of that area, change your game plan. And you have it. So that is all we have for today. I want to thank each and every one of you, all of your comments and all of your likes. They make YouTube understand that this is fire content. And you guys are amazing. So I couldn't have done it without you. ICP is under $7. I believe it is not under seven. It's about 750 right now. Jeff, I took a bit of time away from writing due to mental strain. Oh, okay. That's okay, man. But we're just gonna need it soon, and that's okay. If you need a little bit of time, man, I'm pretty understanding, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have to tell everybody that. Um, that's fine if you want to. But yeah, you're not obligated to tell everybody. If I mean, if you need to talk, man, I'm here for you, bro. Like for real. The show aside, I mean, I'm your friend. Like I consider you a friend. I know you're an online friend, but you have my phone number, so you're my friend. I don't give very many people my phone number, so if you have my phone number, that means I consider you a friend. So $5 buys on the drops, and that's good too. So that's another good point. If you can't afford $20 a pop, and you're like, dude, $5 ain't gonna do anything, you're kidding yourself. Even a dollar. Well, I can if you can get it like on Coinbase Pro. I don't think they'll let you do anything less than $3 to $5. So yeah, I think $5 is the minimum that you can go when it comes to buying crypto. So even if you only have $5, imagine, say you think you're only going to do $5 a week, right? That's $20 a month. Well, you get an extra $10 here, an extra $20 that you didn't know you had. Then you can just, hey, crypto's dipping right now. Let's maybe take $10 and go eat something, and take $10 and put it into crypto. That's a good way, especially if you're on a budget. Which 99% of us are on the budget. Is that how many? The 1% is not on a budget. So that means 99% of us are on a budget. So yeah, which means we can't just buy and buy whatever we want. If we buy, we're like, okay, well, I gotta see if do I have to go without eating to do that? Do I have to go without gas? Do I have to walk to my next appointment? Like those kind of things. When rich people, they're just like, oh yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. And it makes us better with our money because we're more frugal. We understand that, yeah, we don't worship money. We don't care about it, but we understand it makes the world go round. We need it for everything. You can fix a lot of problems with money. I had some problems today, and if I was like rich, they would have all been solved like that. I wouldn't even had an issue. I would have just used my money, pay for everything. So money can do that. 690 now. Did it just have a dump when I wasn't looking? Ooh, yikes! So it is under $7. My bad, dude. Hey, good call. I did not see that in impromptu ICP stream. Yeah, okay. Well, let's do it real quick. I didn't know it was down that much. We'll stay on since there's 10 people. I'm gonna stay on. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of internet computers. Down 8%. What is going on? Hold up. We need to look at Bitcoin though. What Bitcoin's? I know Ethereum's down too. So hold on. I just want to look at Bitcoin. Is it at 29? Okay, we're just at 31 again. So this is what Bitcoin is doing lately, just 29 to 31. So yeah, I really think we're in a bear market, which means we're going to probably stay between 25 and 35K. Ooh, Bitcoin. Look at that big old fatty candle. So yeah, that's why ICP is under now. When I looked at it, Bitcoin was still at 31,000. Uh, sorry, that was my crazy laugh. Um, that is crazy. All right, let's go look at Internet Computer real quick. Wow. Yeah, I just had a big dump just now. Good call, man. Way to keep me on my toes. I was about to fight you on that because I was like, no, I just looked at it, it was 750. We're going to have a brawl right here on the Bitcoin. I'm just playing. I appreciate all of your opinions. I really do. I'm just joking around. But yeah, no, it is. Wow. It is at 686, 87. Okay. This is not looking too great. We are gonna have our oh no, we don't have one. It's not till Wednesday. So I do it Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for our ICP normal TA videos. So definitely I've had a couple extra ones this week because we've had some nice price movements. But as you see this falling wedge breakout on the week, that is great. But what I really want to go and look at still actually is the weekly. This is what is super important to me right now is the weekly and this candle. Now it's okay even if we do go, down and touch 560, which is the bottom. I don't think it's going to do that. We've held up pretty well, but it is starting to inch closer to that bottom level. And once we start getting close to this bottom level wick, it's the danger zone. We are in the danger zone right now. And that's why I was so happy about this price reversal and this first weekly candle being green on Internet Computer. Because if that is true, then we are not going to break below. I was worried we are getting super close to the bottom of this wick, which means if we break this, that is our support level. And that means we go down to $4. That's our next target if this breaks down. And I don't want to say it, but I can't just not have you guys be prepared, okay? After what happened last time, when I was just defending this level so hard, the $15 level, and you saw what happened, right? After right here, we broke it. And so I'm gonna let you know I don't believe it's gonna happen. I don't want it to happen. I'm gonna say that it's not gonna happen just to put that out in the universe that we're actually not gonna go down there. We're gonna break to the upside, whether we have to go down to $5 or $6 again and then jump off of that support. We are not going down to that level. I'm projecting it, I'm putting it out there that that's not gonna happen. So now, take that with a grain of salt, right? Because I'm just projecting. That's all I'm doing. I'm hoping. So, and hoping is powerful, though. Y'all don't get it twisted on hope. Hope can change your life. So, imagine buying $5 of ICP a week ago, twice a week. Exited at 9. So this is smart, G Kumar. That's a good job. Exited at 9 and re-entering at 690. You can grow your ICP that way, but a lot of the times when I do stuff like that, it ends up not pumping like I want it to, or it pumps and I'm stuck with my ICP that I wanted in ICP into like a stable coin. So that's super risky and it is shorting the market. But the way you do it, if you just get it out at 9 and then, I don't know, move it to Bitcoin or a stable coin and then buy back at 690, you're actually helping with volume. You are lowering the price of the crypto, though. That's what you do have to realize, that when you're trying to push in and buy back like that, you're supporting the lower price level. When you buy high and sell low, now that's normally good in a bull market, but I would be careful on doing that right now, just because it could help damage and push the price down further. But I mean, you shouldn't really have to worry about that being a supporter of the community. But people like me, I really go to the support on the next level. So I'm not going to be doing that with ICP. The same thing I did with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, they can handle my little couple thousand in Bitcoin, or couple, points in Bitcoin, my Satoshis in Bitcoin. They can handle me, buying and trading like that. But ICP right now, it's just in a bad way, because crypto's in a bad way right now, right? We're in a bear market. So now if we're in a bull market, you'd have a different sentiment. I'd be like, yeah, do that. And you can still do that right now. Like, I'm not going to get on your case. If you're making money, good job. Awesome. Just be careful. As long as you're not like using the ICP futures trade on Binance, which you can't anymore, you're probably helping the crypto more than you're hurting it. So 681, it does continue to go down right now. We do have a nice level of support right here. Now, I hope we hold this area. If not, we could see even further pullbacks, like I said, to about that $4 area. But I would be looking at support at $5. I would be looking support at 586 as well, our last all-time low, which I think is right here, 603. Hold on, where did it go lower? Was it right here or right here? It says 603 on here, but I think we went to 586. So I can't really tell you on that one. Let's see. I'm gonna buy $20 if it drops again. Okay, let's see what he's saying. Shorts traders. Oh. Dollar cost average buy 1.2 ICP would probably be a good starting point. Yeah, so that is about, you could get 2 of them. You could get 3 of them almost 3 of them for $20 right now. You can almost get 3 ICP for $20. That is a bargain to me. We're down 11%. And that is a big price movement. I'm glad you turned me on to that. Thank you, G Kumar, man. Let's see. One point. Is it possible near future? You think $1.20? No. Yeah. So that is a good thing. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, G Kumar, dude, that's an awesome point. Have a trading. Dude, I'm writing that down too. See, we teach each other on here. Have a trading portfolio for ICP, then have your holding portfolio. Trading wallet, we'll say trading wallet, and hodling wallet. And that is something you can do. If you're bored in crypto, you're like, man, I'm just accumulating for a little while. I'm going to trade a little bit, but I want to accumulate this. Every time it goes down to this level, I'm going to put it in my holding wallet. Every time I think there's going to be a big price movement from bottom to the top, I'm going to put it in my trading wallet. And then you decide which one that is. If we have a massive breakdown to a support level and you're like, yeah, we're getting, support there. We're not getting rejected. You buy right there, ride it all the way up to the next level. Boom. And that is a good thing to do. It is kind of shorting the market a little bit, but not on the level that futures trading. It's not going to hurt the project. I don't think. I mean, if that kind of thing does hurt the project, I don't want to do it, but I don't think it does. I think what you're talking about is just the normal, trading. That's how you trade ICP, like what price to what price. And now let's look at some price targets. Before we go, I do want to show you guys price targets for internet computer. So I was saying $6 is going to be a massive area of support right around $6. So, which is going to be right around there. And worst case scenario, $4, $4. And best case scenario, we hold at $7 to $7.50, but that's not happening. I think we're going to go down and touch about $6.20, and then I think we're going to, even maybe before that, get some support. I hope we have some support right here still at 7. That is a big area of support that I would say right around here. So that's what I'm saying between 6 and 750. Though the low is 6, worst case scenario is 4, and a high of 750. Best case scenario, we go to 9 again. All right. That's all we have for tonight. Thank you guys for being involved in the stream. It makes it a lot better because when you're asking it, a lot of other people might be thinking the same thing. And so when you ask the question, it lets me answer it for not only you, and even if they weren't thinking the question, now that you brought up the question, they're probably like, oh, that's a good question. I want to hear the answer. So it brings value to the stream. Now, if you could smash the like button, subscribe, then you guys are my best friends. No, I just want to thank you guys for everything. So that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin.